Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday. So we started with some basic movement concepts for my Rokyu, 6th Q green belt. Now we're going to look at the individual strike requirements. The first one is called Teisho, or in some styles, Shotei. Basically it means the same thing. It's the heel of the palm, okay? The palm heel strike. Kempo practitioners, the Ed Parker system calls it palm, heel palm. I call it palm heel, Shotei, Teisho. It all means the same thing. We're hitting with this part of the hand, okay? Right here, this way. Now, the reason it's somewhat controversial, and I teach it this late in the game, is the basic pugilistic combative instinct says use our fists. A lot of self-defense instructors will say, oh no, you want to use the palm of the hand, especially striking to the face and so forth. But if I hit somebody in the face with my fist and their teeth cut my knuckles, or if I hit somebody in the face with my hand and their teeth cut my hand, I've still got the same infection. So there's really no advantage, disadvantage in that regard. I lose a degree of reach if I hit with the heel of my hand as opposed to my fist, which is further forward. I lose the natural pugilistic response of the fist if I try to go the heel of the hand. But there are certain situations where it's going to be more advantageous. If I'm in close trying to punch as hard, but if I can come up hard with the heel of my hand into a guy's chin or jaw, great. If I'm to the side and I can punch him at a distance, great. But if I want to hit him with the heel of my hand here to create a different kind of effect and maybe follow with a scratch or a rake or some kind of other thing, a tiger claw grabbing. Okay, so there are situations where maybe I'd want to use it. The whole idea of having the heel palm, palm heel strike, Teisho uchi, is to put another tool in your box. Maybe I punched somebody and my knuckles got scraped and I don't want to hit them now because they're hurting, but in the adrenaline of a fight, who's going to care? You're not going to feel it anyway until an hour later when you need the antiseptic on it. But if I wanted to strike one angle and then change angles or hit at a different target, this is why we have a variety of striking tools at our disposal. So we would start standard yoi from the straightforward position, striking, keeping my elbow in as always, turning forward, hitting in and up with the heel of the hand. We can keep the hand this way. I like to keep my fingers bent somewhat, partly because it reduces the leverage of a miss breaking my wrist. By bending my fingers and keeping my thumb tucked, I'm protecting my wrist as well as my fingers from a miss. This is a lot less leverage to break my wrist than this is. If you don't believe me, have your teacher grab your fingers and push them back, and then grab here and push back. You'll feel a huge difference. The length of the lever is the strength of the lever. So if I shorten it, it's a weaker lever. Okay? So Teisho uchis from yoi, just striking the palm, the heel palm of the hand. We can strike to the ribs, coming in short here. We can do it rising, coming up and under. As always, and I'm not going to go into a huge long demonstration of all of these, but we would do it moving forward, different stances, moving sideways in a horse stance, coming front stance, square stance. In this case, we're always hitting with the palm of the hand. We also want to always, especially starting at this level, to always use our impact targets to work striking against something solid, okay? It's also useful on the makiwara. Again, and I'll turn the camera here a little bit to the makiwara station. So if I'm using the palm heel, it's all about body mechanics. I'm not trying to condition the palm of my hand because I'm not really going to get a whole lot of conditioning there, but I can work on power generation from the hip as I make that strike, okay? And we can do it sideways as well. Build up the body mechanics. So, in stances, with movement, against impact, Teisho uchi, or Shotei, the palm heel, heel palm strike. Another useful tool to put into your bag, practice, make it yours, find places where it's useful. We do things, for example, with spear hand, where we could easily just tilt the hand and the spear becomes a palm if my fingers are not conditioned enough, so a substitution effect. Comments, questions, Italian 10 signals. We'll continue through my requirements of basic striking for Rokyu at the next session. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the fun stuff, ask questions, tell me a joke, make comments, and thank you for joining. As always, keep practicing.